My people! Morning! Welcome to my full ass entire getting ready routine, start to finish, to go from this to this. I want to show you like how I get ready on the daily, like literally every single little step, because sometimes I do it good. Sometimes I really do the thing. The time now is about 6:10. Usually I try to wake up between like 6 and 7-ish. Try to be more on the 6 end. I do wake up and I go work out. So when I go do that, I just work out at home. It's not that big of a deal. I'll come back and then we'll start getting ready. If I don't work out when I'm like fresh out of the bed, it's never gonna happen. See ya. This is me. I'm a sweaty mess. I'm gonna go hop in the shower. I'm gonna wash my hair today. I wash my hair like every 2 or 3 days. I have thin ass hair. She gets greasy quickly. I'll show you what I use in the shower. I'm not a big like shower girl. You know what I mean? There are girls who like covet what they use in the shower, and that's just like not me. But I'll still show you what I got going on in there. Hair is washed. Face was washed in the shower. This is like the most miraculous time of day for me. My morning skincare. I feel like I've never like actually shared the entire routine. So here it is. First things first, I go in with a toner. This is the Innisfree Hydrating Toner with Green Tea C. I mainly bought this because it was like really cheap, but I think they just put up their prices. I don't think you should be paying a lot for a toner, but it does the job. What does toner do? I'm not clear. The main reason I buy it is because your face needs to be wet for hyaluronic acid. This is the Inculus. They have like a, words fail me. They're having this like sale on this like 3 times on their website, 3 times size. Oh my god. And I use it all the time. So I bought that and I've been going through that slowly. I just kind of pat this into my face. And that needs to like sit for a moment. While that sits, I also go with the Inculus Brighten Eye Cream. And like, I actually really liked this one initially because, good start. But it has this like really cooling metal applicator. But the instant I started using it on my eyes, I started breaking out under my eyes. And like, knock on wood, genetically, I have pretty good skin and don't really break out that often. But it was like a direct correlation. That's way too much. Like the instant I started using this, pimples occurred on my under eye. So now I need to let like that hyaluronic acid sit. So we'll do a bit of hair care. I go in with a leave-in conditioner. Lately I've been using this Amiga one, and if I'm being like 1,000,000% honest with you, I mainly bought it because of this bottle. I just like that you like spray it. And it smells good. And I also like this brand. And I just go and like brush it through. Whenever I brush my hair and it's wet, I feel like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Look at this stuff. Isn't it decent? Alright, and then also while I let my hyaluronic acid sit, we're doing a full body moisturization. Lately I've been moving into the Almond Smooth from Vaseline. And honestly it smells good and does the job. So I'm gonna go do that on my whole body quickly. Okay, body moisturized, hyaluronic acid. I can feel it becoming stickier on my skin. So I'm gonna go in with the Paula's Choice Vitamin C. If there's one product you see in this video and buy, it has to be this. This is my favorite vitamin C I've ever used. A lot of money, but like vitamin C's are just expensive. Every other vitamin C I've tried has left my face feeling like greasy and weird and like pilly. She doesn't do that. Also, this is usually my TV time where I watch Vanderpump Rules, if you're wondering what I do during this time. All right, then while that sits in my skin for a minute, I'm gonna brush my teeth. Some people like have to brush their teeth after coffee. I'm a before coffee girl, and then usually like a mouthwash after coffee. You always ask me why I film my bathroom. It's like the only room in my house with like very good natural light most of the time. Then a little more hair care. I use some of this whey oil. I have no idea if this does anything. My mom gave me half this bottle. The idea I use it for is that my ends don't look so like fucking frayed. So I kind of just put this in the ends of my hair. So that's in. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick. Oh my god, I get so hot in this room. Okay, now it's time to moisturize the face. So I use the Inculus Peptide Moisturizer. So I bought this a while ago. It came in this container. Love this container. It now comes in a different squeezy bottle, but I kept this container, so I was like, oh, I'll just put the squeezies in here. But now I cannot get it to squeezy up. First world problem. So now I just have to like open this entire thing and put it on my face. You must get it in your hair if you're like me. And I like to rub it in a lot in places I get super dry, like right beside my eyes, my chin, and my nose. And then again, we're gonna let that sit for a moment. And I am going to do some other random things. First, I'm gonna use a little lip scrub. I never got over the Lush lip scrub phase. And then I also use this Ordinary Lash and Brow Serum, because I swear the other ones like from Amazon gave me pink eye. I feel like this really worked well at first, and now I'm not seeing much of a change around them. But I still use it because it's $15. And I put on some deodorant. Put on some Shiseido sunscreen, 1,000,000% influenced by my friend Carol Beth on TikTok. This also is not gonna pill under your foundation. It blends in clear. It's kind of expensive, but like I feel like if there's any steps in your morning skincare you're gonna spend money on, number 1 is sunscreen, and number 2 is probably vitamin C. And I'm gonna lock in that lip moisture. Me and this Laneige have been through a journey, if you saw it on TikTok. I hated it. I publicly said it didn't do anything. I took it back. Laneige, I love you. And then the last step in like the morning skincare, hair care, I'm actually gonna put in some of this whipped curl mousse. The brand, I don't know. It was like $8 on Amazon or whatever. And I like this because I'm gonna use a Dyson on my hair today. So this is what I put in if I'm using the Dyson. If I'm just letting my hair dry naturally, I'll actually put in this Curls Rock amplifier, the Catwalk. Lately, I've been putting it like at the top of my head first. I've just been going like, I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, to be honest, but I feel like the top of my head is where I lose my curls first. Is that dumb? I feel like that's a really dumb thing to say. I feel like that's really wrong. Why did I start doing this? I actually cannot tell you why I started doing this. I feel like you're definitely supposed to put it on the end. Actually ignore everything I just said about the mousse, please. And then I brush my hair again. Look at this stuff. So that's pretty much all like my skincare, hair care after I shower. I like to let my skincare sit before I start doing my makeup or anything. So I'm gonna go just make a coffee, look at what my day has together, make my bed and stuff like that. So I'll kind of let you know when I come back. Got my coffee, my shit is slightly more together. Let's do some hair. First thing I'm gonna do is like dry my hair to like 90% with my Dyson. Okay, so my hair is pretty much dry. First, I'm gonna go in with a heat protectant spray. This is just from Bondi Boost. No reason I bought it, just like the cheapest, decently reviewed one. Brush that through. And then I'm gonna go in with a texture spray. I don't really know if this does anything, but now I'm gonna start sectioning it into 3 sections. It may be different sections for your hair. This is just my hair. I have pretty fine hair. So I'm gonna start with like a pretty low section. Low, small, the underlayer. And then for me, this is where the curls fall first. So I'm gonna get the smaller Dyson barrels. So there's 2 sizes of barrels. In the first layer, I use the small one. And then you want the arrows to face away from your face. So the basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take like the back section here. I turn it on, I let it curl, I cool shot it for 3 seconds, and then I leave it down. Okay, so letting it come up, hold, 2, curl shot, 2, 3. I definitely said curl shot instead of cool shot. Another tip, if you want more of like a blowout look with definitely less curls, I would bring the fan down 1 level. Fan, I don't know what to call it, the vent. Basically like the power of like the, but I want my curls to last, so I'm gonna put it on full speed. Full speed. Will I ever use the same word for it twice? I don't have that much hair, so I'm gonna do it again on the other side. 2, shoot, 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna shoot a little bit of hairspray in. I'm gonna clip that out of the way first, and then I'm gonna do my second layer. So I just kind of put my top layer away. One thing I'm gonna do is put hair oil. I don't know if I just saw it a little spicy. Yeah, this one. You could, instead of put the hair in your mouth, like section it off, but I'm lazy. Another tip, when I'm putting the Dyson around, I like to make it flat. Like watch what my hand does. You see the flatness? I find I just get a much more even curl that way. Beautiful. I give it another spritz, and then it's time for the top layer. And I did the top layer like almost the exact same way I just did that second layer. Oh. Whole head is done. We're gonna give Shirley Temple for a bit. I'm gonna give it one last spritz. And then I like to let these curls, these like really tight curls, sit for a little while. Usually this is when my boyfriend will have made me breakfast, but he's working. So I have to make myself breakfast. I'm gonna make breakfast quick, and that also gives these to like time to, you know, stay crunchy. Okay, quick breakfast is done. I was about to get hangry. The next step is depending on what kind of curls you want. If you want really loose curls, take your brush them out. I want my curls to last me another day, so all I'm gonna do is run my fingers through them. See how much that changed it like already? That's like what I'm looking for. I want big, bouncy. I need a hairspray again. I like the way this looks for me. Me personally. Live your truth. Let's do some makeup. Let's shift it around. I'm gonna sit because I'm lazy. I usually go in with either the Omega Water Cream Moisturizer, or I've been trying the new Bobbi Brown. This is just really expensive, and I don't think you guys spend that much money, but I'm feeling fancy today, so we're gonna use this. Oh, let's get some avocado on my face too. I'm just showing you like my everyday kind of go-to when I want to look nice in the face, but like I'm not doing anything crazy. Another product that's gone in my hair. While that sits, I'm going to clip my hair back, drop more things. Also, if you've been following me on TikTok, you know I keep track of all the makeup I use every day. I have my little iPad here and I keep track. Oh, now I'm gonna go in with another primer. It might not be necessary, but it's what I like to do. I've been really trying to focus on like water-based primers and with foundations and stuff, like mixing those together. This is a water-based primer. I put this on until I feel it get sticky. And then again, guess what? Let that sit. While that's sitting, I like to dampen my beauty blender because I don't want my beauty blender to be like, what? What should we damp? So remember how I just said I've been trying to put silicone and water and silicone together, then water and water?
I've been really trying to focus on like water-based primer.
I recently learned this is silicone-based, but it pairs really well with my L'Oreal. So that's what I'm gonna do. Glow Screen and my L'Oreal. This is like my favorite everyday foundation. I put this right on my face. I feel like this is like the perfect healthy glow. Then I'm going with my L'Oreal. See, the way I do this, y'all are gonna yell at me for. The dropper like does not work. So I just like go like this. Which I know is apparently like really bad for you, but I literally cannot get the dropper to work for the life. So I start by going in with my hands. Rub, 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 rub. And then once I feel like I've gotten that in like a good enough place, beauty blender time. I don't want to pack it underneath my eye. I go over my eyes though. And like, I feel like this is just the perfect foundation for like healthy looking skin. Sometimes I get these like patches by my eyes and I kind of have to like buff it out with a brush. I'll just have to put like a little more foundation. I haven't found like a foolproof way to deal with this yet, but this usually seems to work out decently well. This is not the best makeup routine, it's just a good one for me. For concealer, I've actually been using a new one lately. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I got the mini version. And so what I've been doing on days that I'm like just doing kind of a natural look, I just put a bit on my hand. And I take like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. I saw someone on TikTok do this. I kind of dab it into my hand and then I hate when under eyes look like caked and packed on. So I just do a bit of this. If you're looking for high coverage, I would just put it right on your eye. But I'm not looking for high coverage. I'm just looking for a little bit of brightening, a little bit of coverage. See how like natural that looks? Moving on to bronzer. I feel like bronzer is like do or die. Like this is where you fuck it up or you keep nailing it. I'm going with the Rare Beauty bronzer. And this is the shade Power Boost. What I like to do is take a big fluffy brush, probably older than some of you, honestly. I go in on the top of it like this. I brush some off and then I start making the bronzer. I feel like I'm not getting any streaky lines. It's giving natural bronze. And then I kind of start bringing it up to my temple. I do the same thing on the other side. I feel like this side always looks better. Like there's just a side that you always feel like turns out better, you know? And I'm really just like blending it in so it looks really natural. Arm cramp, arm cramp, arm cramp. Blush. It's always a competition of my favorite. Usually when I'm going for like a natural everyday look, I'll do Rare Beauty in the shade Encourage, and I do usually use a brush. This is one of the shades of Rare Beauty I find you can actually use 2 dots of because it's like a more natural color, at least on my skin tone. And it looks purpley until you like blend it out. And then I find like for me, it just gives like a really healthy, like flushed vibe, you know? Like look at that! It's not finished blending, don't worry. Again, I'm usually watching Vanderpump Rules when I'm doing this. I'd never watched Vanderpump Rules though, like I started from the very beginning. I like to bring it from the apples of my cheek all the way up to my bone here. Bone, the temple, you know what I'm saying. And then I take the butt of my beauty blender and I press it in. Just so it's super natural, nothing quasi. And whatever's left of my brush, I just do a little on my nose. Then my tip for highlighter, if you don't like those like aggressive lines, is I'm gonna take a little Rare Beauty in the shade Mesmerize. Wow, it's really Rare Beauty on my face today. And I'm gonna put it actually on top of where my blush is, just to give a really natural shine. This is the shade Mesmerize, I believe. It's Selena's favorite shade, apparently. And there's no like harsh lines. It kind of just like all comes together. If you've watched me before, you just know I'm not really a brow girl. Like it's not that important to me. So I'm gonna go in with my NYX Thick It Stick It. Getting kind of grody now, I must say. And I just like brush out the brows. Like it's really nothing that deep. I don't really have like a system. I usually get it everywhere. I just like brush up and out. I don't know. It's like very dark today. Okay, this part is extremely important. I'm gonna set my under eye. I'm a dry girly, so like I don't need to set my entire face all the time. I find with powder, I'm not oily. Like I want to keep this shine. But before I set my under eye, so I have a concealer brush in one hand and then I have my Kosas powder, which I have broken so many times, I don't want to talk about it, in the other. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna press out my under eye, okay? I want to get all those lines out. The second I'm done, I'm set. That way we're not setting any lines in our face. This is more important when you're like packing on more concealer than I did today, but anytime you're setting your under eyes, Blend really well right before you set. Whenever's the excess, I just kind of tap around my face. And then I go in with a spray. It's usually the Charlotte Tilbury, but this might be my last spray of this. Oh my God. I might have one more left in her. And then while that's sitting, I'm gonna curl my lashes. What mascara? I'll show you the two I'm kind of going between right now. I have the Tower 28 Making Waves, I think it's called, and the Iconic London. I'm feeling iconic today. Oh, I forgot to do this part. I always forget to do this. Sorry. You want your face to be pretty dry before you actually put on the mascara, else it's just gonna get everywhere. I do not like this curler. It's like from the drugstore. Like, I wouldn't recommend it. I just haven't gotten around to buying a new one. People say the Shiseido one is really good, cheaper than a lash lift. Like, watch the way this grips my lashes. Like, it is so freaking good. Okay, if I'm being really real with y'all, I usually just put on some more Laneige lip mask and use that as lip gloss. But today, I feel a little fancy. I'll be right back. This was in my purse, but it's the Rare Beauty Lip Oil in the shade Hope. I've tried a couple other colors. I didn't like them. I don't usually do lip liner either. It's definitely more of a lip stain. I'm gonna talk after I'm done. I call it more of a stain, but I even like that better. Yeah, I think it's done. But we're on to the very final step, getting dressed. I'm feeling lazy. No, I'm gonna get dressed. Make it cute. Let's make it cute. Step into my office. First things first, when I'm getting ready, I kind of think about what I'm doing today. And today I'm just like going to work at our office and at our store. I need to be comfy. I might go to Best Buy later, so like comfy, cute, nothing crazy. Step two, I kind of think about like, what is the main event of what I'm wearing? Is it a dress? Is there a pair of pants I really want to wear? A shoe I want to wear? I just go for again. These Zara Marine straight jeans are calling my name. So I'm gonna start with these. These are like a really comfy jean. I like the wide leg. They're a good color. They're staying like here. I'm just trying to get a good angle for y'all. Is this better? It's in the works, you know? Okay, then it's hot out. Wait, is it?
It's currently cloudy and 23 degrees.
23, okay. I don't even need a jacket. I can kind of have like three options here. I can go monotone, choose a shirt that's very similar color. What's most likely to be my option is like a kind of lighter toned white, probably a white or like a lighter toned color, a light pink, maybe a lighter brown, a lighter gray, because these are a lighter brown jean. Or I could just go completely opposite and go like black and just like throw everyone off. I'm gonna show you an example of what I mean. Like this would be a kind of a harsher gray with these pants, which we can make work, absolutely. And then just a plain white shirt would be like the lighter option. And you know what, now that I hold this up, I actually don't hate the baggy shirt with it. Let's do this. This is what my boyfriend would do. No. I'm gonna do a bra tuck. See that? You see that? You see that? Time for jewelry. My usual call is just kind of to go gold hoops, big necklaces, my rings, the huge. I think you look really cool when you're wearing like oversized and oversized. I like wearing a lot of jewelry, okay? Be right back. Almost all of my gold hoops are broken right now. So these are the least broken. These are from Madewell. It's like this outfit is not gonna be revolutionary, but like it'll do the job. Lately for necklaces, I've been loving this like shorter, thicker chain with a thinner, longer chain. And then probably the most important step is I'm changing my wash band to a gold wash band. I get so many compliments on this, and like it's just like embarrassing to have like the regular band on. When I was younger, I thought girls who wore a lot of rings and a lot of bracelets and like a lot of jewelry were really cool. And so I still think that, and that's why I wear a lot of them. Picking shoes. I'm gonna talk you through where my head is going. It's also sandal season, and I've yet to bring the toes out. I'm gonna explain to you some choices I could make. If I wanted to dress this up, I would go for this neutral loafer. It's in the same color family. It would just make it a little bit nicer. If I wanted to do, again, slightly nicer, maybe going for like a drink or something, I would do these green sandals. I don't know why they work with this, but they just would. But I don't need to be fancy, so I'm just doing my white Asics. Can you see? Can you see? It's time to pick a purse. I do want a big one because I want to bring my computer to work today. So I'm gonna do this tote bag. Wait a second. Don't cancel me about where this is from. It's from Shein. Is that cute or weird? No, I feel like it's clashing with the shirt too much. But like, I had an idea there for a sec. And here it is. Here's the outfit. Here's my entire getting ready routine. Nothing was revolutionary. I feel like if you put like a little more thought into your choices, like the outfits, hair, makeup, that's the everyday look.